British government is currently trying to slander, discredit and defame my little brother, who is a Royal Marine Commando, simply for opposing something that he felt personally would result in the death of Marines. Now, by making this video and by standing with my little brother, the British government will most likely come for me next.
Make sure you watch to the end of this video, because this story gets scarier and scarier the more this guy describes of it. This video is such a shocking realization for me as to how severe the clampdown on free speech in this country has become, that I genuinely find it hard to believe that this has happened in a democracy, the United Kingdom. Listen to this story, it will shock you.
Have this video removed, they might have both my channels demonetized, and they'll probably try and dig up some dirt to discredit me. I want them to know that there is nothing I won't sacrifice for my family. So with that being said, what's actually happened? My little brother expressed some concerns over dangerous DEI policies within a Corps of Royal Marines, and he made a petition to express those concerns. 1,000 Royal Marine Commandos signed that petition within 24 hours, and then the petition was taken down and the chain of command circulated messages saying that it was Russian disinformation. It wasn't Russian disinformation, it was my little brother and 1,000 Royal Marine Commandos. So what did the Ministry of Defence decide to do? Well, instead of addressing the problem that all of these Royal Marines Commandos had signed up for, instead what they did is they started a witch hunt to try and locate the individual that started this petition so that they could make their life hell. One of the ways they did that was Marines were literally taken into bright lit rooms and interrogated to try and give up one of their brothers. And yet guess what? Nobody gave him up, because
this is already absolutely shocking that that is the way that people in the Royal Marines are being treated simply for signing a petition. Like, I thought we lived in a democracy. Why can't you express your concern with a certain policy? But wait till you hear what happens next. It gets a lot worse.
The bootnecks have got principles, something the chain of command could take a lesson from. Now, after weeks of intimidation and threats, my little brother began to feel bad for his friends, for the guys around him who were all being threatened and intimidated by the Ministry of Defence. And so he went to his chain of command, put his hand up and said, "It was me that started the petition." And so what did they do? Well, they flew him down to the main Ministry of Defence building in London on the other side of the country and interrogated him, where they threatened him, his career, and his family. Well, guess what?
That's insane.
Family, and I'm going to shine a light on your total abuse of power, you shameful, pitiful, weak cowards. Now, after his first interrogation was over, he then went on holiday with his wife to decompress. But
wait till you hear what happens when he comes back from the holiday, because this is honestly the most shocking part of it.
Guess what happens next? He then arrives back into the United Kingdom, where on arrival there's 5 police officers waiting for specifically him. He's then dragged into another interrogation room, this time under the Section 7 Terrorism Act.
What?
I don't even...
You guys think it's crazy enough, like Tommy Robinson with the Terrorism Act was used to imprison him, and here some guy who literally started a petition, that is it, against DEI policies, is being interrogated under the Terrorism Act the moment he arrives back in the country, as if he's like some terrifying terrorist, right? This is not someone who's going to blow up the country like a terrorist would. This is a guy who dedicates his life to protecting our country from threats. He's a Marine, for God's sake.
Where to start? I don't know where to even start. Just to be clear, that means he has no right to a lawyer. He has no right to silence. He must answer every single question. He must turn over all of his possessions and give them access to his phone and essentially all his passwords. Just to be clear, my little brother is not a criminal, and for the love of God, he is certainly not a terrorist. He is a patriot, and he is a serving member of the armed forces.
Exactly. This is just beyond belief. I will let you guys go to this guy's channel. His handle is Plastic Scott. He has a gaming channel, but he has decided to make a video that's politics related, in this case, to stand up for his little brother. And I think that it is important that we share this message far and wide. Of course, I cannot verify absolutely for certain if the story that he has told is 100% true, but I think if it is, like, this is a huge story. This is absolutely petrifying that a government department the Ministry of Defence would treat an individual who disagrees with DEI policies in such a vile, disgusting way. Remember, DEI, the I in there stands for inclusivity, and it's inclusivity and diversity of everything except thought, right? They will be vicious and treat you like wolves if you don't agree with their DEI policies. And the irony of the fact that they are taking in a guy whose job is to protect this country, they are taking him in under terrorism legislation, i.e. legislation used against people that are threats to this country. I think that is a disgusting way to treat any individual, but particularly someone who is devoting his life to serving our country and protecting this country, okay? Being a Marine, I'm sorry, but that is not an easy job, okay? People who are in the forces, you know, they have to make huge sacrifices, often, you know, away for huge swathes of time from their loved ones and families, and putting their lives at risk to protect this country, and that's how you treat them? I think this is absolutely vile, and how on earth the Ministry of Defence can get away with treating someone like that, and how they, just the fact that anyone would want to treat someone like that for disagreeing with a policy is just beyond me. I don't know how any human being with an ounce of morality could treat someone like that, interrogate all of these Marines, you know, like something out of a dictatorship, to say, you know, snitch, you know, threatening them, saying snitch, tell us who said this, tell us who disagreed with us, else you're gonna be in trouble. Like, it's just unbelievable. This is very, very scary stuff. So as I said, that guy's channel is called Plastic Scott. Go check him out and watch the rest of the video and the rest of the story on there. It's pretty shocking stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, share this and share Scott's channel and his video if you want to share this story around to make sure that it gets heard. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already.